Hey, what's going on? All right, music. Better try this. Ha. Ooh, shit. All right, we'll give it a minute. Hi, guys. What's up? Oh, fix my hat. I'll turn that down a little bit. Playing more covers because that seems to work. What's up? Good to see you. Robert. KK. Thanks for coming. All right, so I'm coming on exclusively tonight because a special request. It's good to see you too, my friend. My friends, it's good to see you all. We'll give it a minute. Let's play some music. I better make a cocktail. I'm going to put some music on. Or keep it going. All right. You get it. I'll be back. Hang on. 1 sec. I'll be back. That's the sound of cocktails. Bill's having cocktails. Ow! Oh, bragging, Mr. Nizzle. I was in Maui all week. You're probably working. All right. So I was not planning on going live tonight, but here I am. I'll come on just for a minute. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. I've been kind of out of the loop for the last couple days. Has there been any new information that's dropped lately? I'm just asking. Oh, you guys. That's a serious question. Anything been dropping? I know damn well what's been dropping. Have you guys? We'll get to that in a minute. Cheers. It's good to see you. Hey, oh my God. Who's this? Enlightened Jess. Are you new? Just kidding, Jess. Can you still hear me? All right. So I'm just going to put more of these badass remix songs on. See if there we go. That's working better. That's good. Enlightened Jess, I'm so glad you're here tonight. I've been seeing your comments. Oh, I should not let these burps go out my nose. That's not good. All right. I'm going to try one more song. See if I get banned. Probably will. But they're covers, so. And then after this live stream, I'm going to bed. Yes. Yes. I'm going to bed after this. So the Mueller report dropped, right? Yeah. Is that good? Did anybody feel like a big weight was lifted off their shoulders after they said no more indictments are coming? I'm just curious. Just asking. All right. I'll do my best, Mr. Nozawa. I'll do my best. I will do my very best. Jeez, I gotta find. Yeah. All right, let's do this song. Why not? We'll do this song. Maybe. You know, I should really text Earn Dog. I've got his cell phone. We've texted, but it's been a couple months. I should check in with that guy. See how he's doing. Is the sound good with the music and me speaking? Give me number 1 if it's good. Number 2 if I got to turn down the music, something. I'll turn it down, maybe off after this song, but is it good? What's up, KK? So guys, I'm on. I wasn't gonna go on. KK reached out kinda and said, "You going live tonight?" And that was like 30 minutes ago. And I finally saw it. I'm like, okay. Okay. I'll go on. I didn't really want to. I figure you guys are wide awake by now, right? You're my friends. You're wide awake. You know what's going on. You guys know how important the last 2 days have been. And for me, they've been great. Technically, it's 2 days because it's after midnight, but we'll get into it. Aw. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you're here. I am so glad you're here. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with you. So things are starting to move swiftly, right? Chiefly. Oh my God. Headless Horseman in the house. What's up, Headless? Good to see you, man. As well as all of you. As you know. That's how I feel. And now you know this. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. And you got a Saturday night. That's great, Headless. Love it. Love it. I'll just say it. Swear to God, I do. I do love it. There's nothing like a night off. Oh, what's going on? Oh, no, no, no. That is. You spoke with Ern? Oh, man. Oh. Uh, who said it? Yeah, Robert Nizzawa said, I feel that, Jess. I've lost many animal family members in my life. Yeah, man, I don't have anything to compare it to except the same thing you said is having to put down, you know, some of the most loyal. uh that's so tough. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to let my heart go there. I'm so sorry. That is so tough. That's the toughest thing. Seriously. I mean, I've lost friends and there's no comparison to that. But yeah, when you lose your friend like that. Daisy's 8, KK. And I don't know if you know about Callie. She's our cat. She's like 14. But she's spry and she's a bitch. But she's awesome. She's an awesome cat. We never declawed her. So she's got her claws and everything. And she's been an indoor cat. We rescued her from a barn. I'm going to shut this off. I'm not going to play any more music. I'm just going to talk for a few minutes and go back to my initial open. So has anything been going on lately? I don't know. I've just been following the Q movement. I feel like things are going to drop soon. Has anything dropped? Yeah. Yeah. I would say that the tide has 100% turned, and it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. All right. But we did get a big W. Big W. We got a big W. George Bush Jr. wants a big W. We got a big W. We got a win. The Mueller investigation is over. It's done. Will the Democrats let it go? Meh. Nope. Oh, you got a daisy too? That's beautiful. Love that. Oh no, Mr. Wallace, I am not tired of winning. You're going to be so tired of winning that you're going to say, please, Mr. President, no more winning. And I'm going to say, too bad. You're going to fucking win. All right. That wasn't verbatim. but eventually we will be sick of winning, but that day it's not today. I'm not sick of winning. Are you guys sick of winning? I love winning. I love watching what I'm seeing. The implosion. The implosion. I'm not going to say of the Democrat Party because I think they're important to be here. There are good Democrats. There are. It's just that they don't have a voice right now, and nor should they. They should not have a voice right now because even the good ones that are Democrats have failed the president. They voted straight 100% party line approval for the Democrats. They think, I'm not talking about the deep staters. I'm talking about the people that are like asleep, but they're Democrats that are in the House and the Congress. And I don't even know if you could be a senator and be asleep. I don't think you can. I think by the time you get to Senate, but these freshmen, first year people that are in Congress, in the House, they now some of them are absolutely they're manufactured. They're people that have an agenda. They are giving talking points, but there are good people, and I think as this stuff starts to surface, which it is, um, I think you can tell by the reaction by the liberal snowflake mainstream media that somebody definitely not only pulled on that string of the sweater and it's starting to go, somebody bungee jumped off that fucker and grabbed that string and that thing's going brrrr. And pretty soon every Democrat is not going to have a sweater, they're going to have a dickie. For those of you in the South, you don't know what a dickie is. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. It's probably good. It's horrendous fashion sense to ever wear a dickie. But nonetheless, it's happening. And I feel a tremendous weight has been lifted off the Q movement. I feel like a tremendous weight has been lifted. It's a win. You know, that's what it is. And I think what adds to the fact that it's a win. Did you guys see the picture of President Trump today in Mar-a-Lago? He golfed today after all this drop went down. He golfed with Kid Rock. My name is Kid Rock. Ball where the ball. He golfed with him, and Kid Rock. He had stars on one leg and stripes on the other, and President Trump was wearing the USA hat. And these guys golfed today, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. The picture was very cool. It tells me that Kid Rock wasn't bought. He wasn't paid for. And he's from my state, you guys. As some of you know. Maybe all of you know. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think he'd be golfing with the president if he was deep state. Not after that drop. Not after the conclusion of the Mueller report. It's a win. It's a big, big W in our camp. I was like you guys. I was waiting. Trusting the plan? Yeah, totally trusting the plan. It's a mathematical, statistical certainty that the Q and the Q drops are real. We've known this. But the fact that there's no more indictments coming out of the Mueller report and the release of it to Attorney General Bill Barr. And you guys, we might see something as soon as tomorrow, which is technically for me today. But some of you, it's going to be tomorrow, which is Sunday. We might get the first reading of what's in the Mueller report. I think that's cool. Democrats at this point, they put all of their chips on Robert Mueller for a year and a half. And when they found out there's no collusion, there's nothing on the president, they switched the narrative. The beauty of this is that we knew that this was coming. We knew this was going to happen. Now it's time for us to watch the people that don't follow Q, the people that aren't completely following the truth movement, are seriously going to start to wake up. They're going to try to launch another investigation out of the House of Representatives. Fuck that. Trump's not going to let that happen. And the American people aren't going to let that happen. We're not. It's at the point that you made your bed, Democrats. Now sleep in it. I feel like they've been given multiple opportunities to walk away from that direction. You know, they hung their hats on the Mueller report. And I'm happy to report that it was a fart in the wind. It's going to be. It is. There's a huge momentum shift in the truth movement, you guys. And it's coming or it's here, but we've crested. We're going forward. I think it's crazy that the Mueller report was delivered. Oh, I got a yawn. I'm sorry. I wasn't going to go on tonight. I'm sorry. But the Mueller report was delivered on 3/22. What does 3/22 represent to you? For me, the fact that it came to light, dark to light on 3/22, that's the deep state, man. 3/22, skull and bones, 3/22. That's their date. That's a date that they do shit. And if you just look at history, that's the date that they've done shit. I have to drink this. Hang on. Because I either need to get up to do this podcast, which I didn't plan on doing, or I have to go to bed. And about 75% of me is saying, go to bed. And I will. And I'm going to. I'll do it shortly. But I better drink more of this because that's how that works. Have any of you felt like a maybe the slightest amount of weight's been lifted off your shoulders since it's been declared that the end of the Mueller investigation has come to a close? This has been a long time coming. We've been here, man. That's one thing we all got in common. We've been here from the get-go, or at least from the early stages. And pride's a bad thing to like hold on to, but I am proud that we've been together. We've trusted the plan, and it hasn't come without testing our patience. All of us. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard carrying the truth inside of you. When you know that you know, it's difficult. As you wait and wait and wait. The reason that we knew that this was true was because of the drops in the past from the Q. Future proves past, and the future has proven the past. So we know we're in the right. We know we're on the right side of history. I can't believe it. I haven't yawned all night. I was going to go to bed. I'm sorry. Here I am yawning. But I am excited. I'm excited like you guys. I hope you're excited. That's well put, Mr. Wallace. A long haul. It has been. I feel like by the time this is all said and done, it's going to take 5 solid years off my life. But the good news is that I'm living to 94, so maybe I'll be 89 when I die. That's good. I can deal with that. I could deal with it. Unless Shawnee lives to 90, because I'm not losing that bet. I probably will lose that bet. It's funny when we first met, when you talk about all the things that are nuances within a relationship, we always said, if you die, I want to die before you. And then the other one says, I want to die before you. But you know what? The longer she's married to me, I think she wants me to die first. Probably not true. I shouldn't throw her under the bus like that. But, if one of us is that old and the other one's 1 year older, I don't think it's going to matter. We're here for a lesson, right? You're destined, as am I, to be here for this moment in life. I actually, you remember when I said I don't communicate, I don't hang out, I don't see like any of my friends? I saw one today and he didn't see me. I saw him. And that's not a big deal. It's just that I feel so uncomfortable within myself being in the know of what's happening and what's been released and what's coming. I had 3 different discussions today with people that one was a younger girl in her 20s. I don't know how old she was. She's pregnant with her second kid. And we were having a general conversation, and she said, well, yeah, this is going to go on as long as Trump's our president. I said, what do you mean? I didn't get combative at all, but I generally wanted to know where does this come from? And she said, well, he's a racist. And I said, is he? I mean, why do you think that? And I started to just ask questions about it. You know what's funny? They don't know why they think that. That's what I found out. They don't understand. But I understand. It's because you have your ears in the mainstream media. The same reason I've told you a million times. I re-talk to my folks. I think they're past the point now where they believe everything the mainstream media says. Look at what's going on the crazy left right now. The Mueller report is over. People like Adam Schiff, Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi, and everybody that thinks they're going to run for president in 2020, they're fucked. And they know this. And us, if you're an anon, which I am, we know that it's over. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Meh. But we're on to the next part of this storm. And make no mistake, this election was so much more than just taking out deep state provocateurs, taking out people like Clinton and the Clinton Foundation, and exposing these people. Do you guys want to know something? I'm going to tell you something that I'm starting to feel. I know that a lot of us lean and depend on the Q drops, and they might still come. They could. But honest to God, at this point, it doesn't really matter. This movement has moved beyond needing Q. It's not that we don't love Q. We don't love the direction. But if we hold on to Q the rest of our lives. The Q movement, the Q drops have been about waking up people. And it's people like you and people like me and many, many others. It's been about waking them up. But I'm starting to believe that the Q movement can't be about putting our hopes and dreams into Q, who is very real, or at least it's real within the movement. But how do we go on as a society? How do we go on? How do we move on? If Q is taken out tomorrow, will people crumble? Will they snowflake? Will they? There's two camps. Maybe there's three in America. Far left, far right, and those in the middle. But then you have the absolute believers in this movement. And I happen to be one of them. And I won't make excuses. I don't give a shit. I've seen more proof than I need to see. But we can't hold on to that forever. There's got to be a point in time where this all comes down. And things like Q, which will be huge for why we are where we are. But that's going to have to fade away, because eventually we're going to have to just get back to being people and living. And I'm not saying that we're not, but we cannot put Q, when this is all done, on a pedestal that says, well, Q didn't say it, Q didn't say this. No. Eventually, that's going to have to fade away. Q was put there so that we would awake, so that there would be a great awakening, so that there would be people like us. But you know what, you guys? It's not the rest of our lives. There's coming a time very shortly where we are going to be free. And the world is going to be free. And it's going to have to be about getting back to just living and being real and being people. And we will have the great awakening. We will have Q to thank for opening so many of our eyes. I know my eyes are just so wide open. I feel so blessed to be so awake at this time in life. I can't imagine being a sheep walking through this right now. And some people are completely ignorant and oblivious to what's going on, but they are people that probably don't listen anyway. But I told you I spoke to 3 people today about it. And the one was young and ignorant. But when I started to question it, I said, why? She didn't know. She had no clue why. That tells me that she just heard it. She was programmed. Another guy who was very, very smart and really a smart guy and very much in control of what he knows and what he believes, who is basically a stranger to me. But you know what was fun about that? Was that every time he tried to raise it a level into his knowledge, I did this. Psst. I didn't do it like a dick. I had an answer for him. Do you know why? Because his answers all came, and I knew this. Not until it was happening, but I knew that it came from his knowledge of mainstream media. And when you know that the only rebuttal that anybody has comes from mainstream media, these people can be on top of everything, but they're not part of the Great Awakening. They're wide awake in the world that was created for them, for us. There's only a few of us that got the blessing to take the red pill. And you took it because of your discernment. Well, a lot of people don't have the ability or the want to look beyond the scope of what mainstream media feeds us. And that's what you're going to see, guys, going forward, is that the people that project and choose a side, think about how much farther ahead you are in the knowledge of what's going on than they are. It doesn't make them bad people. Hell no. This dude is a great guy. Very, very articulate and very smart in the knowledge of his world. And I'm not just talking about like politics. I'm talking about he's a professional that is completely asleep. And how do I know that? You put little pieces out there and you see how they respond to them. You just don't come in. You don't blow the doors off. But you gauge the response to what you're saying. And there's very, very brilliant people. There's probably heart surgeons all over. There's probably tons of people that are just highly educated. And they're clueless. So what does that make you? What does that make me? I've never been to college. They're asleep. And that's okay. The truth is coming out. We are seeing it. The promises that were promised to us in the early stages of this, all of this, are coming out. Whether they want to believe it or not, you can't let that affect you. The reality is, it's here. I feel very blessed that this Mueller report was dropped and that as of right now, in 4 days, I'm going to see the president speak here. I'm excited. I can only imagine where all of this will be in the Mueller report in the next 3 to 4 days when I go see the president speak. And how humbling that's going to be, because we've crested the top of the roller coaster. And this is going to be the first rally that's held since the Mueller drop fell. I don't know. Is it destiny? I don't know. Am I 100% right? I don't know. I have no clue. But I feel blessed. And I think we may see some real serious shit. I think I'll put this out as a maybe caveat. Maybe caveat. But I think we could definitely see either some correlation between the president and Q being given, even though I think guys, there's something about where I live, which is a stepping stone. I told you. I saw it on a Jeopardy question. Where was the first place in America that ever fluoridated the water. It was right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Out of all the cities, out of all the states, out of anywhere in the United States, when they started fluoridating the water, Grand Rapids. There's something here, and I don't know what it is. Am I in absolute mindset of middle America? Maybe. There's a reason he's coming here. And there's a reason that he's coming here on the date he's coming here after the information that dropped. This is a launch pad for some reason of things that are to come. That doesn't mean anything as far as any kind of superiority, any of that shit. It doesn't mean anything, but I do think that people in Michigan, and especially here where I live in West Michigan, are essentially middle of the road and open-minded. Because I like most of the people that I meet here where I live. I like most of them. And I apologize. I'm not reading the chat. I'm just kind of going off my heart. I'm just kind of going off. KK, why'd you even have to ask me that? I wasn't even going to go on tonight. I love you anyway. But I don't know. There's great things ahead of for us. And if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, I've been battling when I wake up the last probably month. I've kind of been battling like these weird, unexplainable bouts of depression. It's only for about an hour after I wake up, and but when I wake up, I start taking inventory of myself. I start taking inventory of my day. I start taking inventory of my life. And I kind of feel these bouts of depression. Well, guys, I'm not on any kind of anything from any doctor. I am on nothing and haven't been. So this is just raw emotion. And I don't know if I have to work through. Is it because I know the truth? Maybe. Or is it because I feel like I know the truth? Maybe. Was the light at the end of the tunnel just growing longer and longer? Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. I've thrown every bit of my intellect into understanding all of this since within days of the first Q drop. I don't know. But I'll tell you, the Mueller report going to the Attorney General, William Barr, put a little bump in my giddy up, you know. I feel a little better knowing, I feel a little better seeing that the mainstream, mostly, that it's wrecked them. I knew that it would eventually come. So just even and they're not going to give up. They're not going to give up. They're not going to give up until they're in handcuffs, suicided, or in jail. They're not going to give up. And why aren't they going to give up? Because they can't give up. Because giving up for them means life. In one capacity, it means life. But that, in the last month, that bout of depression that I kind of battled, and I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real with you. Not life altering, not crazy, but just this. I'm tired. Man, I'm tired. It got a shot of juice, man. My battery got jumped. Not jumped where I'm going to jump on and do live stream and talk about it. I did this tonight because of KK. So, KK, thank you. But I needed it. Does that make sense? I needed this to happen. Not because I wouldn't have endured and went on, but I needed this to happen. You know, I needed this victory. I needed to see these absolute scumbags in the mainstream media start to melt down because their plan didn't move forward. Our plan has been played like a symphony. And when you step back and you look and you see how this is played out, our time is coming. But it's not only coming, it's here. It's here. I don't know how crazy it's going to get. I don't know how long it's going to go on, but I know that I feel like a marathon runner, and I'm running and I'm running and I'm really super thirsty. And I'm thirsty. And I want to quit. I want to quit. But my body won't let me quit. And all of a sudden, there's somebody holding an ice cold water with a glass up there that, you know, that one I'm going to drink. And then there's like somebody 10 feet past them and they got a nice ice cold one that I'm going to dunk over my head. And all I have to do is get to that point. And I feel like we got to that point. This battle is not over. This is not over. Nobody's, as far as we know, been arrested on the deep state on a big level. I got to yawn. I'm sorry. Let me cover that up. Okay. So it's 2 a.m. I must be lonely. Pulled that from a lyric. Some of you might get it. So that's about it. There's my 2 cents. And no matter how you're feeling, I'll say this for me. I wish somebody would have told me this, or maybe they did, but no matter how you're feeling, know that this plan is moving forward. I've always, I've honestly, from the day I read the first few Q drops, I knew that this was a different news source. This was a different source of information, not like anything I'd ever seen. And this information that came, it was asking us as people to vet the information. It wasn't hear me, listen to me, here's what's going on. It was like, here's the facts, here's the information, go out and verify it. And you know what? Lots of people did. Lots of people did. And it was confirmed and reconfirmed and reconfirmed. So we owe it to this movement, you guys, to stay faithful. Because really, outside of the disinformation is necessary part of the Q drops, which I understand, there comes a point where the deep state is watching Q, and that's what Q was counting on. The first part of the Q drops were to awaken us. And we are awake. We're wide fucking awake. We don't know everything. No, God, no, we don't. We're not standing on a soapbox and claiming everybody is stupid. We're not. We want our friends, we want our families to wake up because they don't understand. And if you understand what I'm saying, then you have to know that it's your destiny to be awake right now. You're here being awake. You're on other stations. You're listening. You are tapping out of the mainstream television, even if you tap into the mainstream television to make sure that the cue drops are legit. You're here for a reason, guys. We all are. No pedestals, no egos, none of that. It's never been about ego. I don't know. Stay the course, stay the plan. We're in this together, man. We're in this together with so many great patriots. But there's so many people that are so dead ass asleep and will remain to be asleep. Up to 6% of people will never, ever, ever believe a word of any of this. And it won't matter. It won't matter because maybe what that's saying is that up to 6% of the people are complete fucking lunatics that will never accept the truth. But not only won't they accept the truth, they'll never put the effort in to understand why we are where we're at. I don't know. All I can tell you is that this feels really organic and really, really right on. And I would have jumped off this movement months and months and maybe a year ago if I would have smelled anything that didn't just ring true. But I vetted everything. I listened to, I won't even say multiple, I listened to dozens of different sources between fake media, real media, or whatever that means. But the people that cross T's, dot I's, and they say, listen, man, this just can't be anything but what it is. We don't know the timetable. I can appreciate that the timetable was put out there as disinformation because of what it does. It gets the enemy to spend their ammunition. Deep State had plenty of cards up their hands or up their sleeves, but they've been exposed. It's up to us, being the awake people, to make sure that the exposure continues to gain momentum. Don't give up. Don't be tired. And I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you. We got to do this, because if you being awake and me being awake can't do it, as well as all the other people out there that are awake and listening to different stations, if we don't do it, we're done. We're all done because of the alternative to being awake. And that's signing your death warrant as a slave for either you, your kids, or your grandkids. It doesn't matter. We know where it was going. It was going in the direction of not only socialism, but it was really about taking away everything that you have in your life. And that's the part that we need to hold on to and rebel against. That shit's wrong. We have to look out for our kids and our grandkids and our future in America. And if you can't, you have to know it's by design. You have to know that that television was a propaganda tool to program you. And it did its job. It programmed every one of us up until a point where we said, I'm being programmed no more. And Q has been a steroid to the truth movement. Absolutely. As big as 9/11 was, And in hindsight, how we see how we got fucked and what happened and why we are in the Middle East. Q has been a steroid to the truth movement. And you either get it or you don't. And I think we get it. I don't want to talk about rewards of what it means in the end. I don't know. We could all be sitting here handed a bill of goods that just says that you are blessed to know the truth. And the world is awake. But we've won. We're moving on. And maybe people will never get to see what we know. Maybe it won't happen. I don't know. But yet the world will change, and it will be because of your commitment to being awake. It's been a fucking long ass battle, you guys. I'm tired like you. I want results like you. So we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited for the Trump rally coming up on the 28th. Very. I can't wait to see what he says or what he does. Yeah, that's it. All right. Chris Kuhn, thank you for asking me to come on, or asking if I was going to come on, because I really wasn't gonna. And I'm gonna go put my ass in bed. I love every one of you. Like, you know, look out for each other. Look out for patriots. And when this is all done, I do believe in my heart at some point in time we'll all see each other. And I don't mean in heaven. That'll come later. But I do believe that patriots will unite, and shit's gonna be cool. We're gonna have a good time, you know. But hey, stay strong. I have to tell myself that. It's a good shot of energy, though, with the Mueller report being done. It tells me that it's moving in the right direction. And one better, Trump playing golf today after the report was released a day ago. I think that was supposed to send a message to everybody with Kid Rock in his red, white, and blue digs. If you haven't seen it, look up the picture. I think that was a message to America. But again, Kid Rock is out of Michigan. So I don't know. I don't think we're any more special, but it's just strange. Maybe I live in the most middle part of America there is. And that maybe we, even though we're a mitten of a state, that maybe we are the temperature of the United States. Maybe this part and where Christy lives, because she's only an hour and a half south of me. I mean, maybe our part of this country is our part in the Great Awakening right now. Remember, Q says that everything happens for a reason. There are no mistakes. There's no mistakes that Trump was golfing with Kid Rock today and that he was wearing red, white, and blue pants with stars and stripes. I don't know what that means. Maybe our mentality. I don't know. It doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it worse than anybody else, but maybe we are the thermometer of the United States. I don't know. And every one of you, if that turns out to be the case, could be a part of middle America. Maybe you live in California. Maybe you live in Louisiana. Maybe you live in Hawaii. But maybe your brain is dialed in to middle America where we live. And maybe this is going to be a real launch into the next phase of this plan. I don't know. I'm going to keep an open mind, which I don't always do. But I'm going to try to be better. You know, I'm going to try to be better at that. Because some of you might have noticed I can be judgmental. I don't try to be, you know. There's parts of me that have, but, you know, I've been humbled also. I've been humbled in my strong opinions. And I don't think that that's a mistake, you know. I think I have as much to grow in this movement as any of you. You know, I don't feel above, superior in any way. I'm just trying to put the pieces together of why it's coming together now, why it's happening, why is the president coming here, why did he golf with Kid Rock? I mean, what is that saying? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. I can't wait to find out. One thing is for sure, I've enjoyed this journey way more than I haven't enjoyed this journey. And I hope you guys have too. And no matter what happens, I mean, as long as there's communication between us, we're all cool. We're going to remain cool. But where I think it's going, and what I think is going to happen, is that we're all going to remain a part of the history books. Maybe not by name, but it's coming, you guys. You can feel it. I know you can feel it. I can feel it. But this isn't a football game where the timer runs out, you know. We don't know what the clock is. We don't know how much game time is left in this Great Awakening. We don't know. Just like we didn't know that they were going to drop the Mueller report yesterday. We knew it was coming. We just don't know. So what does that tell you? Our goal, our mission, it is to stand behind the truth and stand behind the drops that are all coming to light. Now is not the time to lose heart. Now is the time to stand up. You remember in the movie The Patriot when Mel Gibson was in that? Great movie. Watch it if you haven't. And they were fighting against the British. And Mel Gibson was running towards the front line, and the person with the American flag was running back towards him like we're being overrun. And Mel Gibson picked that flag up off of him, pulled it out of his hands because everybody was retreating, and he threw it up in the air and he started running back towards the battle. Like, what are you doing? No, don't run away from the fight. Well, guys, that's where we're at. We are at the Mel Gibson grabbing the flag, running back towards the fight moment in the history of America. So, okay. There you go. That's what I got. I've emptied the tank. I love you. I'll see you soon. I'll definitely see you this Thursday. Trump rally. Whoop. Can't wait. Peace out. I love you guys. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Don't forget to pray. God bless.